So in this particular video, I'm going to talk about finalizing your web page with the necessary tweaks, how to optimize it in relation to SEO, and how to add a video to it. Now, the tool that we're going to be using right now is NVU. So if I go back to the Easy Video Squeeze system here and I find the HTML file, what I need to do is basically open this with NVU. Now, if you have any problems, feel free to just open NVU and then find that file. This is what NVU looks like. As you can see here, it looks like a regular word processor. You can create files, you can create links, images, tables, forms. You can do a lot of formatting like bolding, italicizing, and underlining. So it's very similar to Microsoft Word. Now, as you can see here, we have the image that we sliced up, and it looks exactly like what we produced in Adobe Image Ready. Now, I don't know if you noticed this, but when we looked at the web page earlier, it was kind of left aligned. So what we need to do is center align that so it actually looks a lot better. So I'm going to click on this here and click Shift and click on the last table. Basically what I want to do is after that, right click and click on Table Cell Properties. What that will allow me to do is center align the whole table. Because as you can see here, the table is basically split up in little tiny other little cells and rows and things like that. So if I click on Table, click on Table Alignment, click on Center, and click Apply, then we have successfully centered the whole table. Then I'll go ahead and press OK, and don't forget to save just in case anything happens. Okay, great. So the next thing we need to do is add the video. So we're going to replace this image here with the video. And as you can see here, the video's name is videofile.gif. If I go to the source view, you don't need to know any HTML. You just need to find that file. So if I go through here, and I'll notice that it says image src equals video file. Basically what that is, it's just pointing to that image. So what I want you to do is highlight it just like I'm doing right now. And feel free to pause it at any time. Once you've highlighted that, I want you to go to YouTube or wherever you need to go to get that embed code. If I click customize, I can see all this right here. So I don't want to include related videos, and I don't want to show a border. I do want to enable delayed cookies though, and I do want it to be 425 by 344 since that's the exact size that we created earlier. So you basically want to make sure that it's the exact size. Once you do that, just copy the embed code and go back to NVU. Basically, what I want to do is replace this with what we saw earlier at YouTube. So I'm going to highlight that, and once I highlight that, I'm going to right click in that area and click on paste. What happened there is I just replaced that with the YouTube embed code. And then I click on save, and you'll notice that it's empty here, but when we run the web page later on, we can actually see the video. Before we do that, I want you to add a row below this area here. So if you click on anywhere, any row at the bottom, I'm going to click on this for example, and I right click on that and click on Table Insert Row Below. What happens is you add a row below that, like this. Now I want to make sure that that row is merged together. So if you click on the far left here, press Shift on your keyboard, click there. If you're using a Macintosh, then whatever Shift is, you just want to highlight all of these rows down here, and then click on right click and join selected cells. Basically what I did was I created an area below so that I could add my opt-in code later on. So click on save, and what I could do is click on center and type in add opt-in code here. Now, if you're wondering, okay, where do I get that opt-in code from? Well, you're going to need to have access to an autoresponder system. I would highly recommend that you look into Aweber. If I go here and I go to Google and I type in Aweber, you'll notice that Aweber provides an email marketing type system. Basically, you're going to go to Aweber, you can sign up. They offer a lot of videos and helpful information on how to set up your autoresponder system so that you can set up a squeeze page. And you can set up the opt-in form code, and basically you take that code, you go back to NVU, and you just find this information here, like add opt-in code here. You basically go to the source code and you find those exact words, as you can see here. Highlight that and replace that with the code. Sort of like the method that I showed you earlier. But I'm not going to go and dive really deep into autoresponders, but I wanted to share that with you so that you can check that out and add the opt-in code there. Let's say that you've added the opt-in code there. The last thing you can do to tweak that web page here is to add a background so that the white area here is separated from the background. If you click on Format and click on Page Colors and Background, you can actually change the background. Now, it's known that if you change the background to something like dark blue or navy blue, that's a good color. Press OK, you'll notice that the background turns navy blue. But you'll also notice that some other areas actually turn blue as well. And we don't want that. So what you could do is select this here, right click, click on Table Cell Properties, then click on Background Color. Of course, you want to click on Table, Background Color, click on White, click on OK, and then click on Apply. Click on OK, and then you'll notice that this specific table as a whole turns white. Click on Save, and then to optimize it in relation to SEO, I want you to click on Format again, click on Page Titles and Properties. You can change the title, the author, and the description. Then you can go ahead and add the title, add the author, add your name basically, and add the description, and then press OK. Once you've done that, then you've basically successfully tweaked your final web page. And I'm going to close this down so that we can view it. We'll refresh the page, and there we go. Now, as you can see here, we've produced a web page just by using Adobe Image Ready in NVU. So we've got the title here, we've got the guy sitting down, and we've got our code down here. We've got a nice background, it's center aligned, and we've got the video here. So if I click on play, you'll notice that we've got the video here. So congratulations, you've successfully created your own video squeeze page template. Now you can get more professional, you can add a lot more graphics, and you can use the same method to create your own video squeeze page templates. Now you know the secret to creating video squeeze page templates.